Hello everyone. Welcome back to Bloom and Nourish. Today, we have a touching story that many people can relate to, especially those who are getting older or already in their golden years. As we age, planning for our future becomes more important, and sadly, not everyone has a stable source of financial support as they grow older. This is the story of Aunt Fang, a 60-year-old woman who had to face tough challenges after losing her husband and realizing that relying on family isn't always the best option. In today's video, we will take a closer look at Aunt Fang's life, her struggles, her sacrifices, and her journey to independence. Her story teaches us valuable lessons about taking charge of our futures and finding strength within ourselves. Grab a seat and settle in. This is a story that will inspire you to embrace your life and make the most of it, regardless of the circumstances you face. Aunt Fang's life changed forever more than 20 years ago when her husband tragically passed away in a terrible accident. He was working hard at a construction site when his life was cut short unexpectedly. It was a heartbreaking moment for Aunt Fang, but she quickly had to think about her family's future. The manager of the construction site gave her a compensation amount of 300,000 yuan. He told her that this was all there was, and if she didn't accept it, she might end up with nothing. Feeling scared and unsure, Aunt Fang agreed to take the money, hoping it would be enough to help her and her son. After her husband's death, Aunt Fang found herself as the only parent to her son. She tried her best to raise him while also managing their family finances. Though they survived for a while using the compensation and Aunt Fang's income from farming, life quickly became challenging. The family's financial situation got worse as they struggled without her husband's income. It was a hard time for both of them, but Aunt Fang was determined to keep her son on the right path. When her son turned 18, he decided to move to the city to find work. He believed he could earn enough money to support himself and eventually his mother too. Aunt Fang felt a mix of hope and worry. She gave him 10,000 yuan to help him get started and advised him to use it only in an emergency, wanting to ensure he wouldn't waste it. At first, things seemed to be looking up. Her son called with good news. He found a job as a car mechanic, which allowed him to earn 3,000 yuan a month. He excitedly told Aunt Fang that if he worked hard and learned new skills, he could double his salary. Proud of her son's progress, Aunt Fang encouraged him to keep going and succeed in the city. However, as time went on, her son asked her for help buying a house instead of renting. He argued that paying rent was a waste, and if he bought a home, the mortgage payments would eventually lead to ownership. Aunt Fang hesitated. With no pension of her own and the fear of living without financial resources, she worried about what would happen if she gave away the money she had left. Despite her concerns, her son reassured her, saying that once he had steady work and his salary increased, he would take care of her. This promise brought a smile to her face and made her feel hopeful. Believing in her son's potential, she transferred the remaining 290,000 yuan to him for the down payment on the house. Over the years, Aunt Fang continued to support her son, even working hard on her small farm. She sold chickens, ducks, and pigs to help him afford furniture for the new home. However, even as she worked tirelessly to support her son, she felt a growing distance between them. When her son married, Aunt Fang was pushed even further away. After getting married, her son began spending less time with her, which was heartbreaking for Aunt Fang. Soon, she learned from others that her daughter-in-law had given birth to a baby girl, but she had no idea. When she finally tried to reach out, her daughter-in-law answered and asked Aunt Fang to take care of the baby while her son worked. Feeling frustrated, Aunt Fang realized she couldn't depend on her son for support. The woman she had once sacrificed everything for seemed to ignore her feelings. Determined not to rely on others, Aunt Fang made a significant decision. She would sell her house in the countryside and buy a small apartment in the city. After selling her home, Aunt Fang moved to the city where she found a job as a janitor. It was a simple job, but it was enough for her to support herself. Finally feeling a sense of freedom and independence, Aunt Fang learned to navigate life on her own. She didn't have a pension or vast savings, but she felt a sense of peace knowing that she could take care of herself. Aunt Fang's journey teaches us all a powerful lesson about self-reliance. Life can throw unexpected challenges our way, and sometimes those we love the most might let us down. But Aunt Fang discovered that true strength comes from within. She embraced her independence and didn't let the setbacks define her future. So, what can we take away from Aunt Fang's story? No matter how difficult times may seem, it is essential to believe in yourself and plan for your future. Don't wait for others to provide support. Instead, take responsibility for your own happiness and security. Thank you for being here with us today and listening to Aunt Fang's incredible story. If you found this video inspiring, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends or family who might need a little motivation. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire and uplift. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and remember, rely on yourself to build the life you want.